Hey, Dave, you still recording, or we got?
Yeah, I'm about to jump right in, but I went
All
to.
right, let's roll.
I'm going 10 milligram.
Oh, go there.
That's gonna take a minute to kick in.
All right, welcome into the Hashmark show. This is.
What? Did he just leave? I mean, he looks like he got cut off. You are the host.
CI is the host now.
Are we recording?
Yeah. CI,
Let's just wait for
congratulations
Knotz.
on your promotion, man.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Great to be here.
Get that one.
Oh, we
Kick
got
DJ
this
outta here.
motherfucking Sunday night.
Kick Dave out of here. Now we
Perfect
got Sunday
timing,
night.
bro. CI is now the host. I
Yeah.
think Dave might have offed himself. He had 75 units on the over.
Ouch. What, he just left? Where's Rick?
No, he said his computer crashed.
He'll get back. He just restarted.
Yeah. No, at least the undie 40 or we had 51.5. That hit.
Yeah, I grabbed Dundee 47 and a half.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah. Shove it up your fucking ass, Mexico. You know, you fucking motherfuckers. Everybody won on the under tonight except me, or on the over. No under. I didn't fucking know what's going on. Motherfucker.
It's all right, man.
And listen, I'm telling you right now, Croatia should have won that game. They had a fucking opportunity for a goal kick, and they reviewed it with VAR. The guy was fucking onside. Yeah. Yeah, you wait to the third segment. Fucking lights. I'll have this show edited on YouTube before we're done. How is that possible? Yeah. Fucking impossible to do that. All right, welcome into week 13 of the Hashmark show. This is a bad number in some books and in some places. 13 reasons why, but it's December 1st. Happy holidays. Thanksgiving's officially over, and we are in the holiday season, sponsored by Jamsol, John's Architectural Metal Solutions, Inc., as you can tell right behind me. A couple jam panel boards here. They make great signs, and again, we're going to jump right in here, boys. Let's go right into our Jamsol. We're going to go in reverse order. We'll start with Ireland. Jamsol, lock of the week.
My Jamsol lock of the week is the under in the Denver-Baltimore game. I mean, I just can't trust Denver to score any points at all. So, and Baltimore hasn't been doing very well the past couple of games either. So I like the undie 39.5 in Denver-Baltimore. Denver's we'll talk about that game when it comes to it. But
Eddie, what do you got here?
It's a struggle to do it, but I'm gonna do it. Packers minus 3.5.
Oh yeah.
Jamsol lock of the week.
I was gonna make mine a different one, but since he made that his, I'm gonna go Bears. Jamsol lock of the week.
Wow, that's huge. That's huge. My Jamsol lock of the week, and there's a lot out there. I'm going to go with the a little Knotz knowledge here. And I talked to the Beast about this a little bit on his show today, actually. Shit. I just love Houston at +7. All the shit around, Deshaun Watson and the 4s, the 11s, blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about this game later because I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts on this. But anyways, that's my Jamsol lack of the week. Let's run right into
Ricky parlay.
Ricky's last. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go my Jamsol, and it's gonna be the first one on the board. I'm going Jets +3. My Jamsol lock of the week is Jets +3. I absolutely fucking love it. So this Jets D ain't no hoe. Yes,
sir.
Did a little CI research. Jets defense and passing, they're number 6, and rushing, they're number 10, and fourth points against. So they ain't scoring they ain't scoring against the Jets. All right. The Vikings, they're like number 3 in 25 plus yards or more. So, I mean, the Mike White. I mean, he's got to put a good game plan together here. He can't do nothing too crazy, but you put one to the house, you might do it a couple of times on this Vikings defense. They're very trash. They're going to get exposed. Jets +3, possible a sprinkle, but Jam Soul lock of the week +3 Jets.
Well, go ahead, real quick, Knotz. Yeah, go ahead.
About that steam on the over there. I mean, Mike White, you think the steam would come on the under? So apparently, it's some sharp people that think Mike White might make this offense a little better than they were under Wilson.
He looks so much better. Much better.
This is a game we're going to talk about here as we jump right into it. Out of the Jamsol, John's Architectural Metal Fabrication. Again, jamsol.com. The Jamsol lock of the week is the Indianapolis Colts against the Dallas Cowboys. We'll get into that game. His exact words: the Cowboys are in no business of laying anything north of 10 right now at this point in the season. Can't say that I disagree with him. So let's jump right into this week. We're going to go with the first game on the board here. Do we go right back to him? He was pretty hot and heavy about it. Let's go to Rick here. We can check.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I love it. I ain't going to be on repeat, but doing that CI research this week, I really looked into that Jets D, and they ain't nothing to frown upon. I mean, they got a good fucking defense, that Jets ball club right there.
Ireland.
They do.
What do you got here?
So they don't give up a lot of fucking points in the last couple of weeks. Let me see here. They gave up 10, 17,
17 on the season, I think.
I mean, yeah, like they're a good defense. With that said, I'm on Minnesota. I think Minnesota wins something here pretty late in a tight one. And I think Minnesota will either push or cover that 3, but in a tight game. I mean, these are two pretty even teams, in my opinion. Where the Jets are good, the Minnesota Vikings are bad. Where the Minnesota Vikings are good, the Jets are bad. So I see a tight game here coming on to the end, but I think Minnesota's going to win because they're at home.
Eddie, what do you got?
Just a little piggyback there. The only thing that I seen, CI, is that Kirk, he doesn't play great against good defenses. Look what happened with Dallas. I mean, you look at these good defenses that he's playing against, and he gets exposed. I mean, Patriots. I mean, I thought Patriots had a good defense as well, but put up 33 on him. But I don't know. We'll see.
This is a tight one. I mean, I just figured Minnesota's going to win because they're at home, but this is a tight one, in my opinion.
I agree. It's no blowout for sure. No blowout.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be a tight game. I do like the Vikings to win. Too scared to give up any points, though. I think it'll probably end in a field goal game. Like the over 41. I see it moved up. Did it move up to 46 at one point?
I saw 44.5 earlier today.
I think it started at 41. So, it's going to be tight. 44.5. Maybe it lands at 44. Who knows?
Wriky Knotz, what do you got here on this one?
Well, my problem about talking about the Jets defense is look who the Vikes just played. And I thought, what's Bill Belichick like to do? He'll take out your biggest weapon, right? Make him a non-factor. Jefferson's still out of field day on Bill, man. So I think I don't think this Jets defense is going to have much more success if Bill wasn't able to. And, offensively, I mean, we're seeing the steam move on that over. Maybe is Mike White a better understander for this Jets offense? So I do think the best play here is the over, in my opinion. And I definitely lean to the Jets side. Don't think it's something I'll put my money on, but.
Well, I mean, listen, this fucking guy comes out last week, throws 7 for 7 against the Bears in the rain. I mean, but the Bears defense is garbage. I get it. You're right.
Yeah, people got hurt.
What they do to me is Vikings, that just like their record and their statistical profile, they just don't match. Like,
but they keep winning.
Okay, so it reminds me like let's look like at college football. It reminds me of TCU. Like, it's just that team that the Sharps are gonna fade every fucking week because they don't deserve to be doing what they're doing. But I don't know.
Purple Queen just died.
Who?
Yeah.
I just throwing in that fucking crazy gematria shit.
let's jump into the next game here. Another CBS one. Broncos, Ravens. Raven to the stage. She's still working here. Raven.
Hey, Raven showed up late last week.
Hey, we'll take it. 8.5 is what we're showing here. I'll start here. I can't fucking stand the Denver Broncos. I don't give a flying fuck if it's their turn, if it's their week. The fucking Ravens cover, they win by 10. Anybody take it. I can't stand Russell Wilson. I can't stand all this shit. I talked about it on the Beast Show today. How the fuck did Pete Carroll did such a good job keeping this fucking guy under wraps that it was Phil Jackson-esque managing all of these personalities from Marshawn Lynch to fucking the cornerback who's I just can't think of off the top of my head right now.
German.
Yeah, you know, and because what the fuck is that? It's unraveling. Nobody likes this guy. Fuck Denver. I'm sorry. We'll go to Knotz. It's your team.
Look, I completely agree with the fuck Denver aspect. I mean, what is there in the world that you want to bet on Denver right now? Absolutely nothing. But what about the Ravens makes you want to lay 8.5 points?
I know they have not been scoring
Nothing, but I'm playing the opposite of what you got.
Horrible.
Yeah.
They keep having these games that they already won, and they just find some way to piss it away. I mean, there's just nothing to me about the Ravens that makes me want to lay 8.5. And this is a bad spot for them because they got Pittsburgh on deck. And I don't care how good or bad Pittsburgh is. That's a very important game always to Pittsburgh and the Ravens. I mean, that's like one of the biggest rivalries in the NFL.
Sure. Good point.
I have to lay the points. I mean, no, not lay the points. I have to take the points with the Broncos.
Yeah.
I have to.
Anything over a touchdown. Yeah.
Now I will be in action on. I will be betting that game.
There's so much hate in my heart for that team, Rick. Where are we going?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, they just can't be the worst team in the red zone. They just don't score. They get to the red zone. They don't score a field goal. They just turn it over. I like CI's jam, so I like the under 39.5. That's what I'm going to bet. And because I got Tucker in my fantasy, and the Ravens were also in the red zone multiple times last week against Jags, and Tucker kicked field goals. So they just can't punch it in either. So I like the under 39.
Yeah,
Eddie, what do you got here?
Definitely rolling with the Broncos plus 8.5 and the under. The Ravens, they better win this game. You know, there's always something about like Lamar Jackson, you know, him trying to get his money and them saying like the players aren't playing that hard. I mean, but it's like the incentive of them to go far in the playoffs or go to the Super Bowl or win more games, or is it like not paying him his money? Like what outweighs the other, you know? So.
And I did see, I should have sent it to the crew. On Tuesday, it was Russell Wilson's birthday. Sierra threw him a big party, and fucking 9 players showed up. The team didn't even fucking show up.
It's embarrassing.
Damn.
It's embarrassing. I can't watch it now. Like, it's bad, man. It's fucking bad.
But okay, it's bad. But let's talk about Lamar. Like Major was just saying,
Same
he
thing.
turned down the contract.
Yeah, I know.
Season now, the way it's looking now, I mean, you'll be lucky if you get 3/4 of that at this point. I mean, he's not playing. He's not working the way he has. He's just not.
He is hurt.
Ireland, what do you got?
Hurt, whatever. Something wrong with him too. So.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the week, I'm not sure he was even practicing at the beginning of the week. I mean, I'm not sure he's practicing a lot. Actually,
4 or 5 weeks of the season, I was like, okay, he's about to get a good contract. I'm watching him now, man. I mean, he's
they're not scoring
when he had it on the table.
They're not fucking scoring. I mean, they put up 27 last week, but then the week before that they put up 13, and then 27 and 27. I guess they are kind of scoring. Maybe they're scoring late. I don't know. I'm like I said, it's my jam solo lock of the week. It's the under for me. I thought 8.5 was too much. I'm with you guys on taking the points there. But I just think the under's the player strictly because Denver. Yeah.
Okay. Next game on the board here, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. 1.5 sitting currently 42.5 the total. I'll start us off again here. I like the Falcons. I'm all over this. I think the Steelers are a little bit overvalued at this point. And the reality is it's a no-brainer for me. Let's go over to Eddie. What do you got here?
I like the Steelers as well.
I like the Falcons. that was
he came back in.
That's so gold. I'm not even looking at the screen, so I'm sorry. Were you not there? Or did you leave?
Yeah.
I do like Atlanta. I pick them right now. It's a slow system that I've been keeping in my back pocket. I like to fade a team that won on primetime. It was an outright dog win. We all seen on Monday, Pittsburgh outright dog win. I'm gonna fade them the following week. Right now, it's a 63% clip that you fade that team that won outright on a primetime. Give me Atlanta. Give me Atlanta. I'll pick them, guaranteed.
Ireland.
Yeah, I'm on Atlanta too. I don't think. I mean, Pittsburgh has so many fucking penalties, and like they just kept shooting themselves in the foot, and it's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's prime time. I don't know what it was, but I just don't trust Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I just don't trust Pittsburgh. I think Mariota's the better quarterback, and I think he's going to do something, whatever you want to call it, special, do something crazy to win them the game. So I think
I do like that running back alligator. I like that alligator, man.
It's not a Tomlin primetime type of game. Let's go to Knotz. That's what you got here, Atlanta, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, as I said with Baltimore, this is a horrible, even worse of a spot for Pittsburgh because, as Rick said, they're coming off the big primetime win. That nobody in their mom thought that. I mean, obviously everybody was all over the Colts there, and they got Baltimore.
Not Hashmark.
Well, yeah, not Hashmark. We was all over Pitt there, and I
Pitt, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, I've been watching. So they've been showing a lot of clips of the Falcons because the Falcons are still alive in the playoffs. I mean,
yep.
You still following your thing there, Knotz, with the NFL and them not wanting Atlanta in it, or where you at on that?
Well, I mean, they're not going to win the division, no. And honestly, we'll talk about Tampa Bay when we get there because I have a crazy feeling about something. But the Falcons could very likely be a wild card team, and this is a must-win game for them. Horrible spot for Pittsburgh. I said I wanted to fade the Falcons, and I've been correctly fading them. Minus last week, where they shit the bed in a lot of ways. That block kick, I don't know how the fuck that happened. But yeah, this is a great spot for the Falcons. A horrible spot for Pitt. Give me the Falcons. Love it. Official bet I'm on. I did bet this game. I like this game a lot.
Yeah, it's one that shot out to me right away, and I think Eddie, we're gonna go to you here. This is a consensus bet, unless you've switched it.
No, I mean, all valid points. I think the strongest piece is that the Steelers just won on prime time. The Falcons are still in the hunt to make the playoffs, to be in the wild card. So you got to roll with the Falcons. They're at home as well, so it's like it's their game to lose. So Falcons.
Yeah, it just has that Falcon feel to it. It's not the Steelers primetime Tomlin, defensive battle.
And he's not I mean, it's a pick 'em, right? So it's not a true dog,
Right. Exactly. All right, let's shoot over to the next game here. This is a noon slate game here. Tennessee at Philadelphia. We'll start with Ireland here. I'm seeing 4.5 on the board right now, 44.5 a total. Tennessee coming in as a plus 180 on the money line. Eagles 215 money line favorite. Ireland, what do you got here?
I like the way Philly's playing right now. I think that loss against who was it? Who they lose to?
Commanders.
Washington.
Yeah.
No, Niners. Washington.
It was Washington during prime time.
Yeah, and then they had a close game,
and then they didn't cover against the Colts, right?
And then they had a close game. They didn't cover, but they won.
Yeah.
And then they came back last week, and they had a convincing win. And I think they continue this week against a good team to let everybody know that they're the fucking team to beat in the NFC. And I think Philly covers this 4.5, no problem.
Nats. Oh, go ahead, Rick.
I like. I seen -5 before we started, and I didn't lock it in, but I was definitely leaning towards Philly -5. When they play against shitty teams, they kind of dumb down to the competition. They got a big fight here against the Titans, and I think they cover. They cover. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be real tight. I got 23-17. Philly covers.
Nats.
So the big narrative is how lunch meat that Philly run defense has been, right? And how great King Henry is, which he is. The way you play this, because Philly knows they're watching ESPN, they know what everybody's saying. They're gonna shut down King Henry, and this is another team just like the Vikings to me. Their record is not the team they are. They're Vegas fool's gold. They're not a good team. I love Philly here in this spot. Let that steam keep coming. This line might close 4.5, 4. I really want a 4, but I do believe Philly wins this game. Maybe not convincingly, but I think they win it by a touchdown. And I'm going to play King Henry props under. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm going to I'll be the Joe Schmo this week. I'm going to go with Tennessee, and here's why. I love Vrabel. As the season progresses, defenses are battling, injuries. They're tired, the holidays, blah, blah, whatever it may be. Vrabel and the Tennessee Titans somehow get it done on the ground. Now, if they don't, watch them come out with an air attack this week. Who are they throwing it to? Again, no clue. But my point is it just something doesn't seem right. I see it every year with this team. I don't know. I just got a heavy lean here. No money on it right now. Tennessee plus anything 4 in the hook. Obviously, dead number all the way to 6. So that's me. Eddie, what do you got?
I like the over in this game. As far as the sides,
what is that? What is that total?
44.5.
44.5. Okay.
I got it right here. So this one, where was it? I got it.
As far as the side, I think the Eagles are definitely going to win the game, but that backdoor cover, that backdoor may open. The Eagles almost, lost to the Commanders, played close with the Colts. They obviously they covered against the Packers, but the Packers really ain't doing too much. So, yeah, official call: Titans and over. Titans plus 4.5.
All right. I like it. All right, let's shoot down to the the next game. The Jacksonville Jaguars, the Beast's favorite team. And when you're from Iowa, you have no choice but to pick a warm weather team out of market. God bless that motherfucker. I love him. Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll kick this one off. I love the Jags. I love the fight that I saw last week. Usually I don't do this. Right? Never as good or as bad as your last week. But I just what I saw from them. Granted, they were playing Raven. She's a slut. I don't know. I just like Jacksonville plus 1 here. Knots, what do you got?
It's two teams in bad spots, honestly. Detroit coming off, a much better performance than anybody saw them having against, including myself, against the good defense of the Buffalo Bills. They very likely could have won that game. Jags coming off the upset against the Ravens, which we all watched it. We know that might have been slightly fugazi of a win, but hey, a win's a win. To me, I think the team I would rather bet on here would be the Jags, but I ain't touching this game. I'd rather go put $1,000 chip on black or red at the roulette table because that's what I feel.
I got Jags with a pick 'em. I watched that Jags Baltimore game. Trevor Lawrence he's playing lights out. These last 3 games, he's got 6 tutties, no interceptions. I'm gonna ride with the kid. He stays hot, stays in going on all 10 cylinders. And he's gonna play great against a shitty fucking Lions defense. I'm gonna give you Jags with a pick 'em.
Real quick before we go over to Ireland, I'm kind of looking at this thing now as I just wanted to check out the passing yards on these two. The over-under for both these guys, Jared Goff, 241.5, Trevor Lawrence 252.5. Could be a shootout here. Could be an overplay here. Ireland, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm with Rick. I like Jacksonville. I think Lawrence keeps it going. I mean, with the -1 right now, I don't know. Actually, when I looked at it earlier, it was -1. So it's pretty much a pick 'em for me. But I like the Jags. I think Lawrence keeps it going, and I'm with you, Dave. I think it's an overplay at 51.5. I think both these teams and both these defenses, they're not like the Jags will give up points, and obviously Detroit gives up a fucking ton of points.
Yeah, they're not stout, but
yeah, so
they've got the offenses to do it. And Jared Goff, I'm impressed. I like what they're doing there. I know he plays. Go back to Knott's knowledge. Goff plays shitty or plays well against shitty defenses, and at times the Jaguars definitely struggle. Okay, let's go down to or we did Eddie, right? Eddie, you go?
No. I'm rolling with the Jags though. I'm rolling with the Jags. This is kind of a flip of the coin, you know. I like the 51.5 just seems too high. But that I feel like that's a flip of a coin too. But official call, I'm saying Jags and the under 51.5.
Okay. Washington Commanders. Let's go to Wriky Knotz. Same order here. Ricky, CI, Eddie, and then I'll go last. Commanders visiting the Giants, 2.5, 40.5 the total currently. And look at this shit. Commanders, money line favorites here, 126 going into New York, Knotz.
So first off, he's going into a bye. You want to fade him at this point? I mean, sorry, I'm in Mexico. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but my guys, this has been so strong. I mean, and weird bye spot for Washington too, because they have their bye and then they come right back and play the Giants once again. The Giants have 50 on deck after this. You go look at the Giants ever since they did their little miraculous ATS run where they're underpriced. Not so much no more. They've been going, they cover a game, then they don't. Then they cover a game, then they don't. What they do last week? They covered. What did they do this week? I don't think they covered. And what I think is going to happen is that the Giants will do what they keep doing. They'll not cover this game, and then they'll cover against Philly next week. And then the game after that, everybody's going to be saying, oh, yeah, no way Washington whoops them twice. They're going to whoop them twice. You want to step in front of Washington right now? I mean, 6-1. This team is playing good ball.
I'll go next. Washington's not a good team. And the reality of the situation is I like the over in this game. And I love the Giants at +2.5. Giants win this game. And do they get up twice? Why the hell are they playing twice, Knots? I don't like it. Rick, what do you got?
Yeah. I don't understand it either. I looked at it, I had to double check because then on the ESPN app, it said like TBA. Like, what the fuck are you talking about TBA? Washington Giants. So I was listening to our friendly competition, the Disciplined Legions on Spotify. I was listening to it in the car. And I'm going to bite Gino here. He calls the Washington Commanders the commies, and I was cracking up. So I'm going to ride with the commies this week. And what I foresee is that the commies win this week. They go on a bye, and I'm going to bet against them. I'm going to go against Nazi, but I'm going to bet against them and go Giants after that, coming out of that bye. But commies this week, they go on a bye. I'm going to bet the Giants the following week.
The New York Giants on this one, John. I'm going to take the points at home. I think it's going to be a tight match, and I think that the Giants win it late here, and I'm going to take this point, so 2.5 is going to hit. But I also like the under in this game. I think it's going to be a tight, very tight match, back and forth, a lot of turnovers, a lot of fucking 3-and-outs. I think it's going to be a tight matchup, and that's why I like the Giants to win it late, and I'll take the points.
Last year, I wanted always catching points with the Washington football team. This year, when they're laying points, 5-1, boys. This actually is their role. There's something else I wanted to say. When they're laying points, they perform very well in that environment so far this season.
Who, the Giants?
No, not the Giants. Giants laying points is completely cock out the bed. They're good catching points with
The Skins. Okay. I'm sorry. The
all
Commies.
wash. It's all wash. But no, the Commanders this year 5-1. They've laid points 6 times so far this season, and they're 5-1 in all those roles. So
okay. And here's another stat to back that up. Road team is 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 meetings. So
Okay.
there you go, boys.
The kid's gonna need a bigger closet. All these Jordans he's getting. You know, he beats a team and then gets a custom Jordan pair with that team color.
I get you want Heineke catching points because he's the backdoor cover king, but it's not this season. I mean, they're laying points. That's their role now. Like you want the Commanders laying points now.
And Deej, I mean, I know you got to back me up because we were on them a couple of weeks ago. I mean, that front four of the commies, they ain't nothing to play with. So if they shut down Saquon, what are they going to do?
Well, like I said, I think that's
Hey, Daniel.
It's a good team, but I just think it's I think they're going to work their way around that. I think this is a team that you've seen enough, and you're going to have them back-to-back weeks. That's very hard to beat. So the biggest thing, this is the most obvious statement ever, right? It's like walking into AA one day at a time. I think it's a split. I just don't. I like the Giants this week, and then I think Commanders win the next one.
I'm liking the. Got to roll with the Commanders, man. They're hot. Keep going. But I like the Giants got the rest. But I'm rolling with the Commanders.
It's a tough one.
Division game. I mean,
division game. Division game makes me lean under.
No,
I'm on the under.
I don't know.
No. The only play here, now that I'm looking at it, and I just got confirmed text from my guys local here. This is local. This isn't Knott's Vegas. Knott's has got bigger people, but I got Hard Rock Casino people. And they're telling me
live Gary, Indiana, home of Michael
Northwest
Jackson.
Indiana,
home of Michael Jackson.
He said he's got confirmed numbers. He's got 86% on the under. So
they got a sports book there.
I'm going over.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, the under's kind of low.
Yeah.
It's 40.5.
Let's keep creeping forward here. We're still in the nude slate. Cleveland Browns at the Houston Texans. There is everything and a whole lot more with this game. One of the guys that we're going to eventually bring on here, I.E. Adam, talked about this on TikTok, and a lot of numbers here with December 4th, 11. I'm just going with the Texans here. It's my jam. So lock of the week +7. I'm not buying the hype. And if you're Colby Brissett,
pissed, right?
What the fuck? Like, there's no way you let this fucking guy come in here and start over you, right? Let's go to Ireland.
Yeah. I mean, so if I'm Jacoby, I'm definitely pissed because I just had a nice win last week. And then, you got to bring in this guy who's dealing with all this fucking off the field, a lot of fucking baggage, blah, blah, blah. I mean, okay, so here's the angle I'm taking. Here's the script I'm taking. I think Watson looks at this as like a practice fucking game. And he not necessarily doesn't try hard, but he's just kind of like, if he has a few mistakes, no big deal. 3 and out, no big deal. We're still trying to figure out the offense, blah, blah, blah. That's why I like them to cover at that +7. I think this game's pretty close. And by the way, Cleveland is 1-7 against the spread after a W. And now they got a new quarterback. Now they got a new quarterback coming in. There's going to be a couple things they got to fucking work out, blah, blah, a couple kinks, So I mean, Houston fucking sucks, but I'm still going to take Houston at the 7 here.
Knott's history kind of shows it. You've got new linebackers going to teams. How long does it take them to adjust? What about a new quarterback stepping into a system, and especially a guy like this who's been out for so long? I mean, this is just wacky with the 7, right? What are your thoughts?
So not just out, but he's been distracted. I mean, you think Deshaun's been focused on football? I mean, he's focused on not losing his fucking ass to all these people trying to make these accusations on him. Brissett's been serviceable. We'll give him that. But rest of this Browns team, what are they going to feel like when they get Deshaun back? Okay. All this weight we've been carrying on our back, which hasn't went too well. We ain't got to worry about it so much now. Now it's all going to fall on Deshaun. I think you see a huge breathe out from the rest of this Browns team. Yeah, it's so hard to bet on Houston. I get it. They did only miss covering last week by 1 point. So
yeah, they
late though.
Yes, they've been
Late.
good. They've been good at that.
and that
It was
could
late.
be the situation here. I mean, maybe it's a backdoor cover. I don't know, but to me, this is clearly the place where you buy Houston, and not just plus the 7. You buy Houston on the money line here. Houston flat out wins this game. This is a horrible spot for the Browns. Coming up to win against Tampa Bay. Yeah, all boxes checked. This will be a 20 popper for me. Not on the money, popper on the spread.
Wow.
I absolutely love it. I mean, Deshaun Watson, I mean, guy's been in a suit in and out of court for the past fucking 18 months. I mean, he hasn't even picked up a football. And we've seen some highlights on Twitter that he's missed some receivers. He's behind him. He's in front of him. It's going to take him a couple weeks to get situated, right? I mean, I love Texans plus 7. I mean, we were on Texans against the Eagles, and we covered that game. I mean, Texans got a little fight in them. Texans got some fight. We got plus 7. That's locked in plus 7.
Eddie, what do you got here?
I'm down. Texans, man. I think like everybody said, Watson back. There's gonna be a lot of energy on that side, but we're gonna fade that. Texans plus 7.
And why in the hell are 10 of the girls going to be at the game? Like, why would they
so
even want to
weird.
be? Why would they even want to be at the game?
It's fake.
Because they're all connected. They're all like friends. They all know. It's just
and Eddie Major called it in week 1. Like, how convenient this game he comes back. Like, come on, this game he comes back.
And they've done that.
One thing I want to say: this whole quarterback revenge angle. How's it went so far this season? What happened to Russ?
Exactly.
Monday Night Football.
He got smoked.
Yep.
What happened to Baker when he went against this team?
L.
Yeah,
So-
it's a big L.
It's a narrative you most definitely want to fade. It has not worked in quite a while. It hasn't worked at all this season.
Mm-hmm.
All boxes checked. This is the play of the week.
Yeah, that's why it was my jam so lock of the week. Still in the noon slate, Green Bay Packers over to the Chicago Bears plus 3.5. Bears home dogs 3.5. Eddie, we'll start with you. What do you got here? Green Bay going into Chicago.
Man, I'm not putting no on the Bears.
No more.
Bears. I was win this game. Rolling minus 3.5. to 4.5 or something, but 3.5, I think that's safe.
Yeah, I'll be quick here. I'm with you, Aaron Rodgers. I'll go out here and say it. Last appearance as a Packer in Chicago. He goes out, kicks ass, wins by fucking 28. Go Pack, go. Fuck the Bears at this point. Lost another 5 fucking units. Now I'm down 13 units tonight. Ireland, what do you got?
I hate this shit. I fucking hate this shit.
Me too.
I hate it. I fucking
This
hate
one's
it.
easy to me.
No, I fucking
Bears
hate it.
defense is dog shit. Can
Yes.
we get it right one week? I want to be a fucking I don't know. Is that
That's
contrarian?
nice.
Is Bears contrarian or is Green Bay contrarian?
Bears is contrarian in my opinion because their defense is fucked. I mean, they're literally pulling guys off the fucking street. I mean,
Yes.
it's
I mean, you only take a home dog if they have a good defense, right? Bears don't have a defense.
no, Bears do not have a defense. It's gone. There is no defense. It's like with Fields playing, it's like what do we really need Fields to play right now? What the fuck do we need Fields to play for right now?
He's got
There's no reason for him to fucking play right now. And I see all these fucking guys on Twitter. Oh, Fields practice full
I didn't know
participant
that.
today.
He's
Let's
not gonna
fucking
play.
go beat the
He's not gonna
Pack. What the fuck do we need to beat the Packers for?
He's
We
not
don't need
gonna
to
play.
beat the fucking Packers.
If Fields plays, Bears win.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. And with everything I just fucking said, if Fields fucking plays, I am on the Bears plus 3. But if Fields doesn't play, there's no fucking way I'm on the Bears.
Simeon will die.
Yeah.
There's just no way. I mean, Simeon might not even play. He's got a oblique or something. It might be Peterman again. So it's like, what are we doing? I don't fucking know. Tank job. This is so fucking hard. But if Fields plays, I'm on Bears +3.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If Fields dresses, which I think he will, because he is a gamer. If they let
it's so
him,
stupid.
He
shouldn't fucking play.
I just go Pep, go.
Who
cares?
Seahawks -7 against the Rams. Way too many points. I mean, I lean only one way, and that's the under 41. The Rams at SoFi.
Yeah, they're just bad. They're bad.
They're bad, but they're
a
unders.
terrible team.
Those games are always unders at SoFi. I don't think there's been maybe one or two in 2 seasons, but I'm gonna go under 41. No action. I'm gonna lean 41 under.
All right, Eddie, what do you got?
I like the Seahawks here. I like the Seahawks. You know, I think the Rams, I saw them play this past week. They ain't got nothing left in the tank, man. It's no Stafford, no Cup. Let's go Seahawks.
Ireland, what do you got here? Rams hosting the Seattle Seahawks.
So, I don't like this fucking game at all. That's 7.5. Like,
it's a big number, man, right?
Yeah, I know it's a big number. I don't like it. I think the Seahawks are going to win this fucking game, but I think the Rams are going to be able to cover that 7.5. Because it's a divisional fucking game. The Rams are at home. They're depleted, whatever, but I don't know. They're still got a decent defense. I think they'll be able to play a little bit of a defense and keep this game inside 7.5. Rams 7.5.
Yeah, I agree with you there. 7.5 Rams all day because it sounds so bad, so terrible. And I don't see the Seattle Seahawks as a blowout team. They'll score points. Which is why I would. Normal people would lean to the over here. I like the under, and that's the problem when you have these Rams games. And I got burned last week on it. I had the over, but the Rams defense is still legit. They play well, and they can't score. It's a fucking problem.
Yeah, that's their problem is they can't score, but their defense is legit, and they're 4th against the rush.
Mm-hmm.
They let up just under 100 yards, and like that's basically what, in my opinion, that's what Seattle does well is they run the fucking ball.
Yep.
And then they score late. But I don't know. I just
7s is too much.
High number.
They're a team. Seattle's a scary team though, because they are. I'm convinced they're the only team in the NFL that is a team. They play for each other, and that's all. Pete Carroll.
I'm with you on that.
And I've seen them. They do it in press conferences. I've talked about this all season. 4 guys in a press conference talking about team unity. That's fucking real. Go ahead. Were you gonna say something? I heard somebody.
No, we're good.
All right, cool. We're on to the next game here. We are going to shoot over to the Miami Dolphins. We're going to Eddie here because this is. Yeah, just as Ireland had struggled with the last 2 games here, Packers, Bears, and the Seahawks and the Rams, Eddie had a big problem with this one this week. Eddie's been blowing me up about Miami, San Francisco all goddamn week. Eddie, what do you got here? +3.5 Miami.
This is a tough game. This is a tough game. This could be the Super Bowl.
I agree.
This could be the Super Bowl. You know, this could be the Super Bowl. 49ers at home. I'm leading 49ers to win the game.
Okay.
I love futures. You know, I got some futures out there. I like the Dolphins to potentially win the AFC Championship, potentially go to the Super Bowl, to potentially win a Super Bowl. You gotta look at that. You know, for this game, what is the line? It's
-4. I see -4, 46.5 on the total.
Yeah, when I did it earlier, it was -3, but then later on in the day, it went to 4.
And the Dolphins are the favorite. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. So you take the 49ers and the points. That's my thought.
Rick, what do you got here?
Yeah, I like. So I got the play this week is based on my play next week on a look ahead. I like 49ers -4. I like the under 46.5, and I like the fish team total under, whatever the fuck it is. I'm going to take the under on the fish team total under. Okay. Next week, I'm on the fish -1.5 against the Chargers and the over 51.5. That game got flexed to Sunday night primetime. I fucking love the fish.
Rick.
Love the fish next week. And I love that over. Okay, boys.
Is that on the, can we bet that right now? Is that on the board?
Yeah, it's on the board.
Woo.
Week 14.
Love that, Rick. 1.5 right now. That line definitely moving.
Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah, that's good. I like that one. This is a tough game this week. I lean under here just because of the defense, but I am not going to fall for this bullshit. These are two high-flying fucking teams, high-flying offenses. They can do whatever. I think this is going to be a let me show you what I can show you between these two coaches. And
That's exactly what it is.
I'm telling you right now, this thing is going so far over the fucking total. Might be 30-30 at halftime. People's heads are going to be fucking spinning. Don't be fooled by this bullshit. The books laid this number knowing that Tua wants to show. And by the way, Dolphins outright win this game on the road.
Ooh.
This is my money line dog of the week.
I'm not there.
Wow.
This is my money line dog of the week. And I don't need anybody there. I heard somebody say they ain't there. I didn't invite you. The Dolphins win. Go ahead. Sorry, somebody was talking.
That was me. I was me.
Oh,
I do like San Francisco to win this game.
Okay.
But I also like Dolphins to fucking cover. I got the 4. Man, I like the Dolphins to cover at the 4.
Blow them out, bro. They're gonna blow them out. And then
San Francisco's defense is fucking dude. They haven't. They don't let up shit in the second half. They don't give up fucking shit. And
well, you're right. You're right. I'm just going against.
But no. So my pick for the show, my pick that I wrote down is Miami +4.
Okay.
And the over.
All right.
But I will say this: McDaniels, man, that motherfucker. I underestimated that motherfucker.
He's funny.
Dude,
He
is funny. He's got those guys playing loose.
Well, Tua, the whole Tua thing. He had no confidence in himself. He was all fucked up. And then Tua or McDaniels told Tua, dude, you're good. And remember when he was talking shit about all his high school throws?
Yeah, and he was. Remember, he was on. I was in Mexico, and he was on FaceTime with Tua. Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
I underestimated fucking McDaniels, man.
They told him, and Tua told he was like, I struggled with my identity, who I was, and confidence. And he's like, then I met McDaniels. He broke down all the tape and showed me how good I was. He's like, I truly believed I wasn't good. He was a mental fuck, man.
Tua is, in my opinion. Tua is who fucking Russ wants to be. Like, I think they're very similar in like character and shit, but Tua is not like that fucking
Hollywood
tool. Like
he's true Hawaiian.
The religion, he's just a dude. Gamer, he's just a man. Like he's just a fucking. I completely underestimated Tua. I underestimated McDaniels.
The boy's playing loose. He's playing real loose. Like he's just nothing's high strung.
I mean, watch the press conferences. I mean, you could tell. I mean, I think that's how any one of us would probably coach an NFL team.
Completely agree with that. I completely agree with that.
That's how I would coach.
My thought. Exactly.
I'm probably
he's one of us.
Yeah, he's one of us. All right, let's go to the next game here. We've got the Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. This one in Las Vegas. And it's basically a pick 'em here. Guys, I'm going with the Raiders. They're hot. Beast talked about it today on his show.
Raiders.
Again, Knott's knowledge. When they're hot, they rot. They trot. They don't rot. And I like the Raiders here. What do you got, Rick?
I'm taking. Same thing. I mean, I did the Raiders the week before. I got Raiders last week. I booked it. I think third quarter. I did the Raiders money line, and it was a sweat. We went to overtime. It was a big sweat. I was telling Eddie Major in the green room that I was playing against in fantasy, Josh Jacobs, and I was rooting for him. Yeah, I wanted the Raiders to win, and he put up like 65 points on fantasy. But this week I got the Raiders money line -115. That's already booked, John.
Okay, Eddie, what do you got here?
I like the Raiders as well. I think a stronger lean is the over. I think there are a lot of points in this game, similar to the over with the Seahawks last week and the Raiders. I would like the Chargers if they actually lost to the Cardinals last week, but I like the Raiders at home in Vegas.
Okay. Ireland, what do you got here? Vegas and the Los Angeles Chargers, who have been playing pretty decent ball lately.
So when I was looking at this fucking game, Knotz was in my head telling me the Raiders follow up success with success.
Mm-hmm.
But this will be their third win, which I don't think they can do. And this is a divisional game against the Chargers, who fucking always come back in games and always win fucking games. And this line is at 1 right now. I don't know. I'm probably going to be on the Chargers money line minus 130.
Okay. Rick.
Raiders money line, Jan.
Yeah, he already went.
No
Yeah.
brainer.
I'm sorry, Eddie. You went too.
Yeah, I got the
Ah,
Raiders.
damn it. All right, we're gonna go back here.
Yeah.
Chiefs. It's a 325 game at Cincinnati. 2.5 currently. 52.5 currently. The total here. Chiefs as a 132 favorite, and the Bengals a home dog here. Eddie, we'll start with your queefs. What do you got?
Well, you definitely got to go with the over on this game. That's what I like. But I continue my streak to fade the Chiefs in the line. I think the Chiefs will win by probably 2 points in this game. Probably a failed 2-point conversion at the end. Let's just say that.
Eddie, 7 red zone trips last week. I was on the over. It was the most bet over game of the week. Rams, fucking Kansas City.
Game, man.
You were at the game. What happened? Because the over was the play.
And you talked to the ref. You said you talked to him.
Well, I mean, you watch the game and it's like they should have scored Mahomes threw a pick and it was just the laziest pass that I ever seen. I mean, it was just like no one's there. What are you doing? Like,
I know which one you're talking about. In the red
why
zone,
would you do
10.
like I was looking like why would you do that? The over hit on the Chargers game. The Rams, they couldn't score any points. I mean, the Chiefs did their job. The final score was 26-10, so the Chiefs did their job. They covered the first half. That was a great, and the line was 15.5. Of course, they win by 16, which is kind of weird. But, yeah, man, the Chiefs, it was an underplay, man. They previously went over the last game. The Rams just didn't have enough weapons. No Cooper Kupp, no Stafford. They didn't hold their end of the bargain on the over and under.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the Queefs this week. I see -2 right now. I had the Bengals last week money line against the Titans. That was huge. It was a nice win. I got the Queefs on a revenge spot, AFC Championship revenge game. Chiefs get it done. -2, easy cover. Over for sure. Over for sure.
Over for sure. Over's a call.
Ireland, what do you like here?
Yeah, I'm on the Queefs as well. I like the money line. I'm just like the 2.5 kind of was like kind of weird to me. So I like the money line. I think it was -130 or something like that. I mean, a little steep, but I don't know. So I'm more on the under in this fucking game because I think there is a little bit of a revenge spot here, Rick, and I think that this will be a really fucking tight game, and Chiefs win late, but I think Cincinnati covers this fucking game.
Or
whatever, +2.5, whatever it is.
On the podcast that the Kelsey brothers have. Travis Kelsey, he said, and I have it right here. I might play it. Travis Kelsey almost gave us. Oh no, actually, this is a different one. But anyways, long story boring. He said, we have not covered and beat the Cincinnati Bengals, and this is twice now. And
he said covered.
He didn't say cover.
No,
there's no way he said cover.
No, he said beat, but he said, there's a salty taste in my mouth too. He goes, I haven't scored or played well against them. He goes, yeah, we're gonna have a little extra oomph playing these guys this week. He goes, because I don't know if I'm gonna be playing them again. Like he said some fucked up shit.
Dude, he's a fucking cheat code. He's
bro, they
unfair.
They are going to cover against the Bengals. And how this is not a 20-piece.
But they don't cover. Like they're literally like 3-7.
I understand that. But
they're bad.
Not at 2.5. They will cover this number. And that's what they want you to think.
2.5. Yeah, that's a good point, Dave.
Dude, Eddie, give me a lawyer. I want a divorce. Should I get divorced now before I have money?
Don't end up like Kanye.
But should I get divorced now before I have money, Eddie? Because I'm going to have
Nah,
millions.
bro. At the end of the day, it's for your kid. Once you have a child, that's your win. Everything else are just stats. You know, I was fortunate to be raised by both parents. And a big thing for me, I was a chubby kid, you know what I'm saying, was like having breakfast as a family, you know what I'm saying, in the morning and just coming downstairs and seeing both parents. That I think that's like you. That's huge, man. That's huge.
Okay. Yeah, I was waking up in the morning, Eddie, going upstairs, and I was like, man, I just can't wait for them to leave. And I had both parents. It was fucked up. Anyways, okay, let's keep shooting down the board here. We're almost done. Say next game, Colts Cowboys, 10.5, 11 some spots. Rick, what do you got here?
I'm gonna lay the wood. I'm gonna lay the wood with the boys minus 10.5. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lay the wood.
Eddie, what do you got?
I'm gonna go Colts, man. I mean, they're playing pretty tough. The Cowboys, you know, they didn't cover against the Giants. I like the Colts.
Yeah,
Colts
and that's
plus
why
10.5.
that's why I love the boys, because they did not cover. It was a huge letdown spot for all the wise guys. And we're going to bounce back and smack them again.
I like the Colts this week. I think Dallas. I think they've been tested, but haven't been tested through the year. I think Jeff Saturday throws a curveball this week. They throw the shit out of the ball. Dallas is not ready for it, and this is just too many points. This is a public play. You know, come play at the park in the cold with no coat on. Get a pneumonia too, because Colts are going to cover, possibly win this game. Not a money line play for me, but Chris, what do you got?
Oh, I love it. I am on the under in this fucking game, John. 43.5. The Colts are garbage. Dallas's D is legit. They're very good against the run, and that's all that the Colts can do. The points 10.5. I feel like the hook is kind of scary. But if I gotta play in this fucking game, I think it's the under, and Dallas covers. My play is the under, but Dallas fucking covers in my opinion.
This game's going over, by the way. I just want everybody to know it. Just a heads up. It's my small. When you have
what can
because of what you just
the Colts
said,
do?
No,
well, what can the Colts do?
It's what you just said. It sounds so bad, but they're going to have an aerial attack.
Did you watch the game though?
Yes.
Did you watch that Colts game?
Yes.
All right.
When you have 7 days to prepare, though, I mean, you have enough time to throw curveballs. Like
the Colts are garbage. The whole fucking
plays,
Jeff Saturday shit dies.
No, I get it. No, I get it.
Dies.
I don't think they win the game. I think this is clearly a trap game. Like it's America's team.
10.5 sounds
in
like
the
a
NFL.
Trap.
Like, come on.
Sounds like a trap.
All right, Monday Night Football, John. We've got the New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady, 3.5 at home. Tom Brady notoriously struggling against the Saints, but I think that's in New Orleans. I have no clue about this game, but I love the over at 40.5. It just seems too low to me in a place like Tampa. Eddie, what do you got here?
I like that over as well. I'm definitely leaning Saints plus 3.5. The Bucs got to win this game. I mean, their back's definitely against the wall. Probably in a field goal. Kamara anytime. Yeah, Saints plus 3.5. Over.
Yeah,
Rick,
I do love the over 40.5. The Bucs. So it's one of those law of averages. The Bucs, out of 11 games, 9 of them have gone under. The last 3 have gone under. Like I said, law of averages. This game goes over. They cannot consistently be under. It just makes no sense. You can't be an under team all fucking year long. If they're going to start trending over these next 4 or 5 games, you bet the over 40. You bet the over 40.5.
Man,
yeah, but when your quarterback fucking sucks, though, I mean, he's old as shit. He barely fucking moves. I mean, what like he gets sacked when he shouldn't get sacked. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm on the Saints. I'm on the Saints plus 3.5, John.
Okay.
As he looks down and shakes his head because he hates it.
Yeah, I know. I do. I hate it. But
especially because you said Brady about New England. Like you think there'd be a resurgence with Brady here.
No. I don't think. No.
Okay.
No. Don't get that confused. What I mean, that would be for next year, if anything. If Brady's going to be like energized again, it's going to be for next year. But I think Tampa Bay is getting back some defenders off the injured list. But I personally like the under here. I think Tampa Bay's defense is pretty good. But my pick is New Orleans plus 3.5.
And obviously these things will change, right, as the week progresses. Sunday night, what happened, the favorite win, blah, blah, blah. But all right, let's wrap it up here.
Yeah, I got no teas, no parlay. I'm just going to take my 4 or 5 plays, take it to the bank, take it to the window. We're going to cash. We're going to cash. Have a big Sunday.
Big Sunday. Ireland, final thoughts here. And you got anything out there prop-wise, anything special?
No, I don't got anything special prop-wise or anything like that. I was on Minnesota, but you guys kind of swayed me a little bit. So if I'm going to play a money line dog, I think it would be the Jets at plus 164.
Okay. Eddie, and then I'll close this out. Any final thoughts here going into this week?
The strongest play for me, I love the storyline play of the Texans plus 7.5, plus 7, whatever it is. I definitely could see them potentially winning as well. That's definitely a game I'm definitely looking forward to watching. Money line dog of the week. I mean, why not? Bengals. We'll see what happens. I mean,
wow.
I don't know, man. I know the Chiefs are definitely going to lose another game before the end of the year, and this is probably one of the toughest ones that they got. So, we'll see. I hope the Chiefs are in the AFC Championship. We kind of have at least the home AFC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Mahomes is really breaking a lot of records, man. I think he's had,
so good.
5th consecutive AFC Championship. But if you look back at Andy Reid in conclusion or whatever, but if you look back at Andy Reid when he was coach for the Eagles, he was winning. I mean, he was not winning, but going up to all those NFC championships.
Yeah.
So it's just like the championship, GOAT, whatever, coach.
Yeah.
But
he is.
It'll be a good time. I like that Kelsey anytime touchdown. He's talking that shit.
Yeah,
great idea.
He's going to go for one, right?
Great idea.
He's going to go.
He'll probably be favored to score a touchdown.
Oh yeah, minus 150. Easy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or is that what you saw? Or
I would imagine it's got to be that. I mean, it has to be one at least.
So Knotz text the thread. He wants everybody to know that he's on the Bears plus the points. He's also on the money line, and he says Ron Rodgers has his days owning the Bears are over.
Wow.
He gives rid of the 2 A's. He calls him Ron Rodgers for the rest of his life. I say you call him Aaron with an E. E-R-I-N. Aaron.
Let's go. I like that, Rick.
I can see it. I just the Bears defense is not good. I
know.
Knotz wants the crew to know that he's on Bears plus points and the money line.
Okay. I have a teaser. I'm going to teaser's been really well for us boys. As of late, I'm going to take the Washington Commanders up to 7.5. It was at 2, so you could have got them to 8. Doesn't matter. 7.5 through the 7. Low total of 40 there, so that's good. And then, of course, I'm going to take the Seahawks down to just 1.5. Nobody wins the game by 2, but I think they win the game by 3. So, again, another low total. Those are our best EVs of the week. Seattle down to just 1.5. And then, of course, the Commanders. Tease them up through 7. That's my teaser of the week. And then final thoughts. It's been real fuckery in the NFL. A lot of overs, not a lot of defense. I've been thinking to myself, when are they going to switch it? When are they going to do whatever? The Thursday unders continue to cash. I'm going over next week. And I'm going over next week maybe for 40 fucking units. I'm going to take a loan out until it hits. Official. I'm talking to Jam Soul. I'm talking to their investors. 10K next week on the Over Thursday night. Make it a great week. Place to bet because you believe so, not because we said so. We'll see you next week. Thank you. We're out. Love you. Bye. And as always, who's going to take us out because we didn't do it, but we'll do it. I guess I'll do it. You know what to do. Break the book.
Run it. Run it.